Robertson, and today we're going to go over our bell work. The numbers they're not in order because I took these questions either from a test that they did last year or from study guides. So you're going to see problems like this either on your study guide or on your test. So let's go over these problems. And our first problem is problem number 3. So let's look at what we have here with this problem. In the problem, it says to divide. You need to know which number goes in the division box. It's going to be the first number. So you're going to have 33.048 divided by 61. Now, kids, 61.2. Now, when you have multiple choice, it helps you guess on the numbers that you're going to use. So you need to make sure that this helps you. Do you have a question? Okay, well, I'm going to do that now. We first have to make sure we know which number to put in the box. All right, and it says use estimation to help. All right, so now if we think about it like estimating, we're going to round them to friendly numbers. Well, this would be a friendly number of 30, and this is 60, okay, just if we're doing estimation. So you think about it, 30 divided by 60. Well, how many 60s are in a 30? There are no 60s in a 30. Add a decimal point and a 0. How many 60s are in 300? 5. So we think that the answer is going to be a 0.5 answer. Which choice would that be if you were using estimating skills? Yes. The second answer is 0.5. Now, let's divide it to see if it is right. Okay, so we used our estimating skills. Now let's just double check to make sure. When you divide with decimals, you've got to move it out when it's in the divisor. And we're going to do a worksheet on that today. Move it 1, move it 1. So it's right here. So then you say, how many 612s are in a 3? None. In a 33, none. In a 330, there are no whole numbers there. In a 3,304, well, it looks like our first number is going to be a 5. Put a 5 above the 4. 612 times 5 is 3,060. That will fit underneath there. Subtract. 10 minus 6 is 4. Bring down the next number. How many 612s are in 2,448? It's smaller than a 5. What do you think it's going to be? A 4. Kids, you know it's going to be a 4 because those are your multiple choice numbers, right? They all have a 5 and a 4 in it. So 612 times 4, and it is the perfect answer. So, do you see how the estimate helped you get the answer? You've got to be really good, though, at estimating and knowing about your decimal points, okay? Any questions on that? Let's go to the next one. Another estimating problem. Okay, first, let's make sure we know which number is going to go in the box. It's 3,972 and 87 hundredths. Okay, does everyone have that? Now let's go back to our numbers. 99 hundredths is really close to what number? Yes, 1. Kids, this divided by 1, the answer is going to be close to 3,972.87, right? Because when you divide by 1, it stays the same, right? So, which of these answers is closest to 3,972? Yes. This is going to be our guess. All right? So we're going to see if that's the answer. Okay, but we think that's a good guess. Now, let's go divide. We have two numbers with a decimal point behind, or we got to move it 2 places to kick it out. So you move this one 2 places, and there we put it straight up. And now we're going to divide. Okay, so how many, you know that the number is going to be 4. How many 99s are in a 3? None. In a 39? None. But in a 397, we know the first number is going to be a 4. Why? Because that's the only choices you have in the multiple choice. 99 times 4. 396. Subtract. Bring down. How many 99s are in a 12? No 99s in a 12, so you put a 0 above the 2. 99 times 0 is 0. Subtract. Bring down the next number. How many 99s are in 128? 1. Subtract. Bring down. How many 99s are in 297? Well, it looks like it's a 3. They all have a 3 in them. 99 times 3. Now, and that is correct. We have 4,013. That was our estimate. You circle that problem. Any questions? Do you see how to use your multiple choices to help you get the answers right?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to the next one. In this problem, I could say this is 5 times a 13 or a 12. I'm going to keep it a 12 because I know 5 times 12 is what? 60. Which of those answers is close to a 60? Which one is your estimate going to be? Which answer is close to a 60? Yes. I thought I saw someone with their hand. Which one? The third one, yeah. That's 59 is close to a 60. We think that's going to be our answer. Let's double check it. 4.65 times 12 and 8/10. Do I line my decimal points up when I multiply? No, you don't do that when you multiply. So let's go ahead and multiply. 8 times 5 is 40. Put down a 0. Carry a 4. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 4 is 52. Carry a 5. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 5 is 37. Before I multiply by the 2, there's one number after it. I put one place value 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Put down a 0, carry a 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Put down a 3, carry a 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Now I'm going to multiply by the 1. But there are 2 numbers behind it, so I have to put down 2 place value zeros. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 4 is 4. Add the numbers together. 15, carry a 1, 19, carry a 1. How many numbers are behind the decimal point in the problem? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That exact answer is not up there, but is 59 and 520 thousandths the same as 59 and 52 hundredths? It is. So it is the third one. The fourth problem we're going to do, I'm going to think of that as 11 times 2. What's 11 times 2? 22. Which of those numbers is closest to 22? Yes. This is the one we think the right answer is. Let's see. Okay. 1 times 2. Okay. Oh, can't forget my decimal. 2.51. 901. Place value 0. 2 place value zeros. 18, carry a 1. 9, 5, 13, carry a 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 27.359. Yes. Any questions? All right. Was it helpful to talk about the estimating skills on these multiple choice ones? I think you'll do a nice job. Now let's go to question 10. Raphael was going to visit her sister, or Rachel, not Raphael. Rachel was going to visit her sister at IU, but first had to put gas in her car because someone had siphoned. That's where they take a hose and they remove the gas out of your car. They get into your gas tank and they put a hose and then they steal your gas. Poor girl, somebody stole her gas. All of the gas out of her gas tank. So she paid $63.25 to fill the gas tank. If gas was $2.75 per gallon, how many gallons does the gas tank hold? What do you do to get the answer? Are you going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Yes. No? Yes. You're going to divide. So you circle the word divide. How many gallons does her tank hold? Now this is where you take. How much money was it? $63.25. And it's $2.75 a gallon. Now we're going to divide. Show your division work on your test so that you can get points for at least showing that you put the right number in the box. 1, 2. Excuse me. 1, 2. How many 275s in a 6? None. And a 63? None. And a 632? There are 2 of them. 275 times 2 is 550. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Subtract. Bring down. All right. Well, we know it's bigger than a 2. 4. Let's try a 3. 4 I think is going to be too big. 275 times 3. Perfect. Her car holds 23 gallons. Her gas tank on her car will hold 23 gallons of gas. Got that written down, everyone? Show your work. Now, in the next problem, Anne was working at the concession stand. Ben bought junk food, and it cost $12.35. He paid Anne with a $20 bill. She gave him $8.65 back in change. How much change should Ben have received? Kids, Anne made a mistake. Let's see if we can figure out what the mistake is. Well, you'll have 20.00 minus 12.35, right? Well, you got to go all the way over to the 2 and borrow from the 2. It turns into a 1, that turns into a 10. Borrow from the 10, it turns into a 9, so that can turn into a 10. Borrow from the 10, it turns into a 9, so that can be a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 3 is 6. So far, so good. But what's 9 minus 2? Yeah. 7. So the correct answer is $7.65. Now, where did she make her error? Well, it's not no error. Did she add instead of subtract? No. Did she regroup from the ones place? Well, which number is wrong? It's the 7. Is the 7 in the ones place or the tenths place? Yes. The 7 is in the ones place. This is the ones place, so it's C. She regrouped from the ones place incorrectly. Okay, that's the tenths place. Any questions on this? Save this paper, and that way you'll have it whenever we go over how to do our problem. Now, today's worksheet is really easy for division. I know several of you didn't turn in your homework from yesterday, but we're going to do this easy. All right, worksheet 26, dividing decimals. Learn. What are we going to learn? You can use long division to divide a decimal by a decimal. Try it with 8 and 6400ths divided by 2 and 4/10. First, change the divisor to a whole number. You can do that by multiplying by 10. Then multiply the dividend by 10. Since 8 and 6400ths divided by 2 and 4/10 is the same thing as 86 and 4/10 divided by 24. Notice that for both numbers, you've moved the decimal point one place to the right. All right, so what do? You have to remove the decimal from the divisor. The number outside the box is the divisor. The number in the box is called the dividend. All right, so, we have a decimal in the divisor. We must remove it. Move it one. So you move this one the same number of places and put it up in your answer right away. And then when they divide, they get the answer 3 6/10. All right, let's go over how to do these problems. This problem was done for you. Let's go on to the next problem. 1 and 7400ths is going to go in the decimal box, and 3/10 is outside the decimal box. We have a decimal in the divisor. Move it one. We move this one the same number of places. Move it one and put it up in your answer right away so you don't forget it. How many 3's are in a 1? None. How many 3's are in a 17? 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract. Bring down. How many 3's are in a 24? 8. And the answer is 5 8/10. Are there any questions on that problem? Okay, let's go down to you're gonna have to do this one for homework, but I'm gonna do this one for you next, and then I'll do one on the back side. It's a little harder. Okay, so let's do this problem together. The first number goes in the box. 72 is divided by 400ths. I have a decimal in my divisor. You must move it out. 1, 2 moves. We have a problem. There's no decimal in the dividend. Where is it hiding if it's not in there? Where would you put a decimal point in the number 72? Yes, at the end. Now we've made it appear, we have to move it 2 places. 1, 2. Put it straight up. What numbers will I put in the empty loops? Yes, put zeros in the empty loops. So kids, you now have 7,200 divided by 4. Do you see that? So now let's divide. How many 4's are in a 7? 1 4 is in the 7. Subtract. Bring down. How many 4's are in a 32? Yes, 8. Very good. 32. Now our answer is not going to be 18. Why? We have 2 more numbers we have to bring down. Bring down the next number. How many 4's are in a 0? 0. 0. 4 times 0 is 0. Subtract. Bring down. How many 4's are in a 0? 0. 0. And there are no other numbers to bring down. Any questions on this problem? All right, so you do have to do this problem, but let's turn the page, and I will do one of these 6 problems that you need to do for homework. Do you want me to do this one, or this one? Those are the three hardest. The last one, we'll do the last problem. Here we go. All right, kids. The first number goes in our division box. 319.95 is being divided by 47.4. You got it? Now, if you're thinking, you'll say, that's the same thing as like 300 divided by 50, and the answer is going to be 6. I think the answer is going to be close to 6 if I'm doing an estimate. That's my little guess. All right. Now, I have a decimal in the divisor. Move it 1. Move it 1. How many 474s are in a 3? None. In a 31? None. In a 319? None. In a 3,194? Well, do you think it's going to be a 6 or a 7? Oh, I know. Very good. Thank you, kids, for not going crazy over that. Let's try 6. 474 times 6. Carry a 2. 44. Carry a 4. 2, 8. I think that's the perfect choice there. It is going to be a 6. 2, 8, 4, 4. Okay. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. 11 minus 8 is 3. Bring down the next number. Well, it's going to be bigger than a 6. Let's try 7. Oh, I now know why somebody really wanted me to do that problem. All right, 7 times 4 is 28. Put down an 8, carry a 2. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 2 is 51. Carry a 5. 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 5 is 33. 3, 3, 1, 8. And there's a 7 above the 5. Got that? Let's subtract. Borrow from the 5. 15 minus 8 is 7. That's a 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Add a 0. Bring it down. It will not go into it. Let's see. 6 will be too large. Let's try 5. So, 474 times 5. Carry a 2, 37, carry a 3, and it's perfect. 2, 3, 7, 0. What's the number I'm putting up there? What did I multiply to get that? Yes, 5. 6 75/100. Now, that's probably the hardest problem on here. The others, as you can tell, you'll be divided by a 6, a 7, a 2. 15 is easy to divide by. 24 is not that hard either. So go ahead, get these problems done, turn them in, and put a dot by your name on your folder if you get it done today, or you can turn it in tomorrow. Have a good day.